Good morning, students. Welcome to your English class. Now, today we are going to read a very beautiful composition uh, composed by a renowned personality of India, where the mind is without fear. Guys, this is a poem where the mind is without fear. It is a poem written by Asia's first Nobel laureate, Sir Rabindranath Tagore, during the period when India was struggling for the freedom from the British rule. Sir Rabindranath Tagore, who composed the national anthem of India and won the Nobel Prize for Literature, he was a multi talented personality. He was born on May 7, 1861 and passed away on August 7, 1941. He was also known by his sobriquet Gurudev. And as I told you that he was a multi-talented personality, he was a poet, short story writer, playwright, novelist, painter and songwriter. His works helped reshape Bengali literature and music in the late 19th and early 20th century. Guys, where the mind is without fear. This poem is a part of Gitanjali, a combination of all his poems. The poem is in a form of a prayer to the God, the Almighty, for the true freedom for India. Being a visionary, Sir Rabindranath Tagore aimed at making Mother India free, united, rational, and strong. The poet not only wants freedom from the Britishers but also from all kinds of superstitions and outdated beliefs and customs. It is a beautiful sonnet from having a sonnet form from having 11 lines. The poem begins with the beautiful line, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. The poet prays to the Almighty that his countrymen should be free from any kind of fear of oppression or forced compulsion. He wishes that everyone in his country has his head high in dignity. According to him, every person should be fearless and should have a sense of self-dignity. He must live his life by way of self-respect. In the next line, where knowledge is free. The poet dreams of a nation where knowledge is free. Everyone should have free access to knowledge. He should not be restricted to some portion of the society based on class, caste, gender, and other barriers. When spread of knowledge is restricted, people become narrow minded. So, Tagore wishes his countrymen to awaken and broaden their minds by enlightening it with the power of knowledge. In the following lines, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. In these lines, Tagore wishes for a world which is not fragmented by prejudices based on caste, creed, religion, or other baseless superstitions. the poet describes the domestic walls as narrow. These walls are broken into fragments, means parts, which indicate many small groups in a country separated from each other by caste, creed, and religions. The walls break the world into fragments and are at the root of narrowness and are at the root of narrowness. And the poet wishes that the prejudices and superstitions should not divide the people in groups and break their unity. Now, in the next line, where the words come out from the depth of truth. Tagore wants a nation where people are truthful. They should not be superficial, and words should come out from the depth of their hearts. Tagore believes that only honest and truthful people can lead the nation towards prosperity. In the next line, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Guys, this is an example of fine personification in the poem. Here, tireless striving has been personified like a human being stretching his arms to reach his goal to perfection. Tagore talks about his desire for a country where people would strive without getting tired to reach perfection, leaving behind prejudices and old traditions. The next line, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habits. Tagore has used a metaphor and compared reason to a clear stream that flows smoothly. Just as a flowing river loses its way in a sandy desert, dead customs also harm all good intellectual qualities of a man. Reason is an intellectual power in man that helps him to move forward and get a perfection. Reason is not literally a clear stream where the metaphor lets us visualize what it is like to think clearly. Similarly, habits are not a desert. A dreary desert is an image of barrenness that such as unthinking habits get us nowhere and yield no harvest. Tagore wants the power of reason to dominate the minds of his countrymen. He does not want the stream of reason to be lost amongst outdated customs and traditions, and only that can direct the mind towards selfless thoughts and everlasting action. Now, the next line, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thoughts and action. Now, here Tagore wishes his countrymen to be open minded and progressive. True freedom lies in the mind, which is always led forward by the universal mind of the Father into ever widening thought and action. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. In these lines, Tagore expresses his vision of India as a heaven where there is freedom of thoughts, spirit, faith, speech, which will lead to the inner perfection of the self. It is to be noted that the heaven of freedom for which the poet prays is not the heaven of political and economic freedom, but a spiritual freedom from fear, narrow mindedness, and evil desires. Thus, Tagore wants spiritual, intellectual, and political freedom for his country. He thought society ought to strive for perfection, harmony, and beauty. According to him, self respect and self esteem are psychological foundation for the development of individuality. The free flows of knowledge is the basis for a free and prosperous society. This is the poem. Now I am going to discuss the poetic devices which the poet has used in this poem. Very first, there is a use of alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the same letter or sound within a group of words. You can see in the line, where the mind is without fear, there is the repetition of the letter W. And the second, head is held high. Another example, not being broken, and so on. The second poetic device that Tagore has used is metaphor. In metaphor, we compare two unlike things without using the word like or as. There are some examples of metaphor in the poem, like narrow domestic walls, which refers to various barriers. One more example, clear stream of reason. It refers to a mind which is always guided by reason rather than superstitions. Dairy desert. It symbolizes superstitions. The next poetic device is personification. What is personification? It is a figure of speech, or we can say poetic device, where an inanimate object is given human qualities or abilities. There are some examples of personification in the poem, like tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Alright, so guys, this is the poem where the mind is without fear, and I hope that this poem is clear to you all.